Hey Libra, welcome to April 2022. I do hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits. I'm so sorry that these are coming out so late. I've actually been sick for the past week, and you can probably still hear in my voice. I am persevering at this point, just trying to get these videos out to all of you, so thank you so much for your patience and understanding with me here. I actually do have all of your cards on the table, and Libra, you have a very interesting reading. I'm really excited to kind of break into this. But before we get too far, I just want to thank all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. All of your support helps me to continue putting out these videos and doing these readings, so I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are interested, I do have a link for Patreon as well. We had our first members-only live stream a couple weeks ago at this point, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed interacting with you, and maybe there's more of you who would be interested in joining us. Would love to have you. So if that sounds good to you or interesting to you, definitely check out the link in the description below. And yeah, everything is down there. You can find personal readings and Reiki sessions as well. Anyways, Libra, the first two cards that I pulled for you, and this is where this was interesting right out the gate. We have the Hanged Man and the Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords. So we have some air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Hanged Man is Pisces energy. But what I'm really feeling with this is like, it's almost like the more you've tried to make something happen, the more you've tried to move or do different things, it's almost like you get more stuck. So if things have been like really fast paced, it might feel like you've just kind of been in the mud or like your wheels are just turning in the mud. You're trying to get going somewhere. You're trying all these different things, and it's really hard to move forward. There's something about needing to gain a different perspective. And I could also see the Son of Swords or Knight of Swords representing kind of a tendency to rush into situations, to rush towards resolutions or conclusions. But the Hanged Man is really reminding you that you need to take time to gain a different perspective, to see all the information, which is usually something you are very good at, Libra. Whoops, sorry. Here we are. It's usually something you're really good at. You are the scales, you're the balance, or rather, you're attempting to always find this balance. And it feels like something has been very out of balance for you. And when we've been in Pisces season in March, there's been a lot of focus on health and wellness. We're now into Aries season, which is very focused on your relationships and the way that you focus on relationships. But these two cards are actually showing up for the past. So March in general really has been this month of like, trying to make things happening, but maybe it feels like you just can't quite move forward. And this need to really see things from different perspectives. We do have the Six of Wands here as well. And I kind of feel like with this energy, it's almost like there's this renewal that you're getting. Specifically thinking at the start of this month, we had a new moon in Aries, in your opposite sign. And even today, April 5th, we have Venus entering into Pisces, and Venus is actually exalted in Pisces. Why this is so important to you in particular is that Venus is your ruling planet, and your ruling planet is in Pisces, which is the sign for you that rules over health and wellness. So, you know, it's interesting that this is still kind of a focus and theme for you. This was kind of a focus and theme last month. It's kind of continuing this month as well. And I mean, I'm a Libra rising, and look at me. I'm like snotty and coughing all the time. I'm feeling a lot better today. But maybe some of you have also been dealing with health problems. Maybe some of you have also been dealing with, you know, your body just kind of going through it. And that might still be a focus, but with Venus in Pisces now, this is a beautiful opportunity to take care of yourself, to love yourself, which is self-care. And it still feels like with the Seven of Cups, it's almost like your mind is kind of playing tricks on you. And that makes sense with Venus in Pisces. Pisces can kind of be this confusing energy. It can be really hard to tell what's real versus like what's imagined. A lot of Libra people actually do deal with like hypochondriasis or like making themselves sick because they think they're sick. That's something that's really, really common. It can also just be the ways you are kind of taking care of yourself or not taking care of yourself that are making you sick too. Let me actually clarify. Why is the Seven of Cups here? I feel like there's something else here too. There's a lot of brainstorming, actually, this month. You know, you've been trying a lot of things. You've been trying to gain different perspectives, and now you're trying to brainstorm different possibilities or options. There's still many options that are available to you. Not all of them are worth taking. And maybe that's why there's been something about discernment. There's been something about you transforming as well with the Six of Wands because we have this butterfly energy here. And I think it's really important for you to focus on what it is that you're actually working towards. What is it that you're trying to achieve or manifest here? Because I feel like some of you are kind of caught in the tides. You're kind of caught in the currents and the waves. And it's like you kind of have to come back to what it is that you're really trying to do with your life. That's something that comes really important to me. And the Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups, actually clarifying the Seven of Cups here. This does feel like an energy of slowing down and healing, needing to meditate. And it's like, you know, you can still have your dreams come true, or maybe that's a reminder that you need to hear. You can still manifest the things you want to manifest. I feel like you've been really trying to create something or do something or get something off the ground, and it feels like it's just been a struggle. But I actually feel like you're coming into a lot of success and a lot of stability with these next two cards. And it's almost just a matter of timing, you know, and needing to rest, needing to take care of yourself with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords actually represents Jupiter in Libra. This is one of your cards. And it's like the expansion that comes from giving yourself a break. And the Ten of Cups is really interesting because this is a card of wish fulfillment. It's things coming together. It's harmony. I feel like for some of you, if this is about relationships, it's like you might have rushed into relationships in the past or tried to define things too quickly. And with the Seven of Cups, you're now kind of seeing or sorting through things, or maybe things aren't what they seem, and you need to take your time here. And we do have a full moon in your sign. That's going to be happening on the 16th. And this is really a good time to sort of bolster your energy, because the full moon represents a peak. It represents a culmination. And then afterwards, the moon starts to wane. So there's this element of releasing things as well. So there might be things that you are releasing, maybe kind of fantasies that aren't serving you anymore. Not entertaining every single possibility. This is actually a really good time to just focus on, I don't even know the right word for this, but like beautifying yourself or having beauty rituals, maybe doing beauty spells. I say that because there's still a lot of focus in your 6th house. And Neptune and Jupiter is really giving you this kind of healing vibe. You might even be pursuing energy healing for yourself. Maybe you're becoming a healer this month, or that's something that really comes to you. And it's almost like as the healer, you need to approach life in a certain way. It's not just about giving energy. It's like you have to live your life in accordance to this tenet. And maybe that's what the Six of Wands is for some of you. You're becoming a healer in some way. We do have an Ace of Cups. So again, listening to your intuition could also be a new relationship or something new coming into your life that is very fulfilling to you. This kind of feels more towards the end of the month, if I'm being honest, when Venus and Jupiter are coming together in the sign of Pisces. There actually could be someone who comes into your life. Venus being your ruling planet. Jupiter bringing luck. These are the two benefics in astrology, actually, Jupiter and Venus. So the fact that two of these planets are coming together this month is really, really beautiful. And that's actually quite interesting when we think about it, because we've had the two malefics, the two traditional malefics of the original solar system before we started discovering more planets. We had Saturn and Mars coming together on the 4th, yesterday. And it was this very hard energy, hard to move forward. That's still kind of an energy that we had for you, actually. And that was in Aquarius. We now have the two benefics, Jupiter and Venus coming together in Pisces. And both of these signs, or both of these aspects, are featuring signs that are domiciled to their planets. Saturn rules over Aquarius, and it was joined by Mars in Aquarius. And at the end of the month, on the 27th, we have Jupiter in Pisces joining Venus as well, which is your ruling planet. So there's a lot of beautiful harmony. Even though there's a lot of intensity this month, there's kind of this balance here. And you're actually becoming quite stable, or the challenge is finding the stability as this King of Pentacles. And I feel like some of you, too, there's also this thing with, like, traditions. Like, letting go of traditions or expectations that you've taken on from society or from your childhood that aren't really serving you and might have even been quite toxic for you, if I'm being honest. And you're really kind of coming into your own with this Emperor energy here. And this is for the future. And for some of you, this is representing a very stable relationship, especially if you are interested in men or masculine people. Specifically, Aries energy could also be earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But what this really feels like more so than anything else, Libra, it's like you are coming into your own power. You're recognizing your own power. And we do have Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn. I kind of get a similar energy here. Looking at the Emperor, we do have the eclipse as well. And there is a solar eclipse at the end of this month, which is in the sign of Taurus. And maybe that's kind of that earth energy for you. And the eclipse in Taurus really can be a good time for releasing like old karma and old lessons. You know, what you do at the end of the month is also really, really important because it's potentially also signifying new cycles. You could be locking yourself into cycles, good or bad. So be very mindful of what it is that you are doing around this time, around the 30th. And even in the weeks leading up to and after, there's kind of this very sensitive window for you. Maybe you're investing in something that could be financial or material, could also be emotional. I also see like maybe there's even something or someone investing in you. There could be some sort of windfall in some way. But really, the energy of the eclipse isn't so much about manifestation. It's actually not recommended to work very closely with an eclipse in this way because you could be kind of submerging yourself in a lot of that shadow. Instead, what you want to do is, as the shadow kind of passes over the sun, it's almost like you are projecting something onto that and releasing something. And that is the new beginning. It is a new beginning by releasing. And there could be things that are exposed as well, because eclipses represent things being overshadowed and then being revealed again. So there could be things that are being revealed to you, a lot of secrets in particular, actually, kind of with this 8th house energy that is being activated for you. Let's pull some animal cards now for you, Libra. I'm really curious to see what energy you should be embodying this month. We have Beaver, which is building things slowly and from the heart. And this is kind of this Capricorn energy for you. And I think with Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn at the end of the month, it's like, again, this time to review things regarding home and family and belonging. Some of you are also just building something long-term, and there's almost like you have to use your energy accordingly and wisely. This isn't something that you can just push through, but you are building a home for yourself. You are building something for yourself. I'm actually specifically getting for people in this reading something about building a career or building a life for yourself. And of course, one of the other cards that come out is the Moth. I often think of moth being drawn to the flame. Don't go for the most immediate solution. It's not necessarily about the shiniest or even warmest energy sometimes. Sometimes that can be destructive for us. There's a transformation that you have to go through, and that is often involving darkness with the moth here, the Luna moth. And with Whale, there is some diving deep, but there's also this emerging. There is something coming to the surface for you. Secrets are being revealed this month, for sure, for you. And it's also about finding your voice. I notice as I'm talking, I'm starting to get kind of like some tension in my throat or some tightness in my throat. And I am still sick, so it could also just be that. But I feel like some of you are finding your voice. And with the Knight of Swords, it's like maybe in the past you did try speaking for yourself, but it was almost so frantic that it couldn't be heard. And now the energy is slower, or it needs to be slower. And I'm feeling specifically like there could be things that are being revealed with family stuff. Like family secret kind of thing is actually something I'm getting. Some of you, this could even be involving like a will or inheritance. And obviously this is a general reading, so not all of these messages will apply for all of you, but these are just kind of threads I'm pulling from this group. I want to pull one more card. The Tower. Yeah, there's a big shift that is happening. And when I actually pulled this card, it did come out in reverse. I'm not looking at this Tower as things like falling apart, because I actually feel like you're coming into a lot of stability here. Interesting how we have this similar kind of pine tree or coniferous tree. It's almost like there's something that's being revealed. That's how I'm seeing this Tower, like a very shocking truth. A truth that shocks you to your core, strikes you at your core. What is this secret? What is this truth? What is this truth? This deck is not cooperating. Let's try the other one. What is the truth that is being revealed? What is the truth that is being revealed? So we have Dragonfly and Cheetah, and it's something about your direction or purpose is what I'm getting. Or this truth is going to radically alter the direction or purpose of your life. And things could be happening very quickly with either of these energies. And maybe this Dragonfly energy is why you need to meditate or quiet or calm your mind, because there's like darting energy, there's darting thoughts, racing thoughts. And dragonfly represents the relationship between air and water. And so it's the relationship between our emotions and our thoughts, and how these two things influence each other. And when we're often in a very emotional state, we can't necessarily see things clearly. Or if we're in a very kind of panic state, it's going to affect our, we can worry ourselves into something happening, right? We can worry ourselves sick. We can also think things through, or try to see things from so many different perspectives that we actually make ourselves anxious. What is this truth that is being revealed? What is this truth that is being revealed? Octopus. Something with attachments. Manipulation. I'm really getting, again, like family secret vibes. Oftentimes when the octopus energy shows up, it's someone who's kind of lacking boundaries. And can be very intelligent and cunning and even a little manipulative. And honestly, like, this might even be tendencies in yourself. And like, if you grew up with kind of a narcissistic parent, or a parent who gaslit you or dismissed you, or just made you feel crazy, you could be doing something or behaving in ways that you're almost replicating this. And I know this is a hard message to hear, but maybe that's something that some of you should kind of reflect on. How have my previous relationships, how have my upbringing affected the way I relate to people? And like with Pluto in your 4th house in Capricorn, it really is like, it's time to kind of pull back the curtains and really shine a light on things that have been kept in the dark. And same thing with the eclipse. It's like there's so much being revealed to you at the end of the month, and it's very personal. It's at the heart of you. And when I saw this tower, and specifically seeing it strike this tree, I kept hearing heartwood, which is why it's like it strikes you at your core. The heartwood is the most center ring of a tree. And so something is really like hearkening back to the very earliest experiences you had in this world as a child. And it is changing things. It's dramatic. And I don't even necessarily know if this tower is something that is happening to you. Like, I don't know if it's something that's happening in the world around you, or it's like more hidden. It kind of feels more hidden. I think people from the outside, like people at work, even friends, they could kind of see you and potentially miss that this is happening to you right now. So there's a lot of things that are shifting within you this month. I want to pull one more card. I've pulled so many cards here. I'm trying to like kind of rush through, but honestly with divination, you just can't. We kind of have to keep going with the pace. The Mother of Cups. Again, you are very intuitive and very sensitive. And the Mother of Cups, she's a beautiful energy, the Queen of Cups. She's very receptive. She's very sensitive to her surroundings and her environment. Very psychic. But in her shadow, she can also be this octopus energy. She can be a little meddling. She can be a little manipulative. She can use this intuitive gift to either manipulate people, and she can also struggle with boundaries too. Both the empath and the narcissist lack boundaries. That is kind of how they are two sides of the same coin. And you are very intuitive, you are very watery, you are very much this Queen of Cups, especially with Neptune and Venus coming together in Pisces. And some of you would really benefit from meditation because intuition actually is a full body experience. Every part of your body is part of your psychic system. And so much of this month with these big aspects in Pisces really are about your physical health, your emotional health, your wellness in general, and taking care of your body. Especially when you are in a very sensitive place. Your body is very sensitive right now. And that's been true since Neptune has been in Pisces for a couple years now. For several years, actually. And so really paying attention to what your body is telling you as well. And I'm kind of saying this almost speaking to the choir at this point, because I myself am a Libra rising, and I'm hearing these things. I'm feeling my own body, sick as it is, telling me these things, telling me to take care of it in different ways. And so I think this is something we kind of need to do together. And even in the comments down below, how can you better take care of yourself? Daughter of Swords, Page of Swords. Again, I'm getting truths. Almost like a little bird talking to you in your ear. That's really interesting. A little birdie told me, there really is like gossip and secrets. There's something about that this month. You'll have to let me know how this is landing. This feels very circular at this point. I think I'm going to end it here. For now, Libra, I do hope that this was helpful. Again, all of my links are in the description box down below. And there will be an end screen at the end of this video if you want to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. Venus is especially important for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Libra, and have a happy and healthy and safe April.